Let's see. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. All right. So today, um, I didn't know I had that much space up there. Today we have SNOA and MLGO up. SNOA was a mover from yesterday. Received news and all of that good stuff. Let me see. So, okay, so let's go over here and look at this one. So right now, the two that we have up here is MLGO, which has already made a nice move back down. And then we have SNOA, which was moving from yesterday. So I actually traded this yesterday during this little, came up, popped up here to 337, came back down, and I got it off of this ATR for a nice little pop there from the 60s up to the 80s, so like so 20-cent pop, and that was it. And you can see the next day it came back during after hours to this top and kind of grinded around here. Now I didn't know if it was gonna dump from here or what, but looks like it kept going. And right now, it just hasn't given me that setup again, that nice little pullback into a resurgence. It just came out of a flat trade and kind of like a hard consolidation in here and just shot up, from 367 up here to 475. So let's do the new ATRs and all of that stuff. So we did that from yesterday. That's what those are. I don't even know if I really didn't label those, but it's all good. So from the close of yesterday was 279. The ATR on this one is 26 cents. So 279. Calculator up here. Yeah. Plus that 26. I think I just double added. 279 plus 26. 305. So 305 is, wow, it's way right here. So it's definitely off of this ATR or above this ATR there. Edit. Pre-market. All right, so let me put on the other ATR from the previous day. So this close was from 199. Let me see what the ATR was on this day. On the day before yesterday, ATR 15 cents. Okay. So from here, 199 up 15. Can I round that? 15, yeah, about 16. So 215 was the first one, and so it's just been making higher highs. But at this point, I'm not gonna put that one all the way down because it goes back down there. I'm not too worried about it. But it has a 305 ATR high with no pre-market. Now we'll see how it wants to trade above $3 flat. I'm gonna get rid of some of these other lines. I really want to focus on the ones from today. See what kind of pullback it gives. Right now it has a nice little top up here of 461 that it is pulling back off of. And we'll see if it can give us any type of clean pullback here. Now this little trend line, I just saw this one from down here. I didn't really know if it was gonna hold or whatnot. But we'll see what kind of action it has if it comes down here. What, 381? But the top side is that 461. Oh, I know what I did. Okay, so let me make that color and make this color. I knew something was off. Okay, so now no pre-market ATR high. Okay, now we looking back normal. They stay above that 305, and then we had this hard consolidation down here at 350. Up 60% with 12 million shares traded. This one also follows the NQ. It has a beta of 1.8. So if the markets are going up, it has a good chance of going up. So looking at the market, we see that the market made quite a bit of a move during the time that we're not able to trade SNOA, but SNOA reacted to this movement up. And this means probably that large caps like Nvidia and some of those other ones have done a nice reversal as well. So those may be some plays on the day if SNOA ends up failing. But we'll see if this one can give us a nice little pullback. Has plenty of this bottom of the body of this candle is 360. 360 where people got caught right here. We'll also keep that in mind for longs. So make it a different color. I make it red and make this one green. Or I just keep it gold, whatever. So if it gets past this 360, shorts may be trying to take back control and push it back to this ATR high. But the ATR is only 26 cents, so not that great. MLGO continues to walk down the map. Let me see, did it have any catalysts on today? Really? Let me do this then. Sometimes you gotta go to a different page. Still, wow, MLGO just not want to show up. Let's go look somewhere else then. Last news from 2 months ago looks like, let's see, wasn't this a Chinese stock? Yeah, so MLGO, nah. SON or SNOA, where was it from? SNOA. I don't think it was from China because Chinese stocks and Israeli stocks I really kind of stay away from. Let's see. Nope, this is Colorado. That's why I traded it. All right. So still getting a little pullback here. and I would like to see the market support a move instead of going downward. I would like to see it hold this ATR high that it has up here at 19 and start getting back above those 19.5s and start holding and showing us it wants to go ahead and rip up. And that CNOA will be looking nice. Yeah, nice little pullback here. First candle pulling back. Now, I usually stopped doing the whole one candle pullback thing and getting in. It's just, to me, it's not enough confirmation. A lot of times I get in and then, hey, if this next candle goes down, I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm getting burned while this thing's going down, right? So kind of let these candles close and show me what's going on. Now, if it goes on the next candle and just goes straight up, hey, cool. That just broke what I thought could happen. And I just missed it. I'll go and I see the markets are up. So it's looking like I'm going to have something in the mid caps or large caps to trade today anyway. We also have our whole and half, or well, I just marked the whole dollars here. So we got our $4 right here. See the reaction down here at 4. If I can make a line. Bam, 401. So let's go ahead and make this purple. And the colors really don't really matter. I may make the colors different every single day, but on something that I'm looking at, all of the same, like all the whole dollars and stuff will be the same color. And we got a $3 down here. Okay, so 4 and a 3, and it's still above ATR. So let's see what we can get. Still up 54% too. My question right now is, how is it going to test this whole dollar level? And can it stay above 360s? Okay, there goes the next candle. Top up here at 461. 30 cents away from that $4 check now. And the SPY is rising, or NQ is rising. So we see that it did clip this ATR and it's staying above the ATR high for the NQ, and it should be doing the same on the SPY. SPY's ATR isn't out here yet. Okay. All right, whatever. And that's why I like the NQ. NQ is going to show you, it's been trading, so it's going to show you regardless where it's at. And the SPY usually follows suit during the day. MLGO not doing anything, but these are the two that are on my scans right now. MLGO just Chinese stock. I'm not trading that. So but I have been consistent, pretty consistent this month. I'm sitting with 75% accuracy there. And underline, oh, come on. Underline control. There we go. MLGO Chinese stock. So we're coming on down. Coming on down. All right, let's go over here and look at some of these higher time frames as well. So this is what I'm looking at for the NQ, continuing to bundle up. And then out here, we can see it has it ever done multiple days of popping up here? Let's go to maximize. And so I've seen came up, did a pullback, came back up, and this was in 2024. How many times has it done multiple day pops? Pop-ups. Okay, so it looks like it does give back quite a bit. And this is what I was talking about on this one. If it does just come right back up to the top, I don't really want it. I like to see, the shorts get gathered down here and possibly give a move down first because this is a little bit too fast. But we got our range between 461 and 360, so about $1 range in here. Okay, point of control just jumped up. It's 419 right now, where the majority of the trades have gone on. So we'll see how it holds this level, this 419. Because apparently somebody likes this little setup here. I don't know if it's to the upside or the downside. We don't have enough information to kind of tell right now. Hmm. Good thing is the setup that I'm looking for can happen, in small, mid, or in large caps. So, if it doesn't happen here, I just look for it for the rest of the day. I'm like, where, oh, where? Good morning, Lori Lee. We're out here watching SNOA up 54%. Not a crazy move, but it was moving yesterday. We pretty much already have mapped out, the pre-market ATR, where those whole dollar levels are, and what we want to see it kind of test. And what I was looking for it to test down is this $4 level if it could. And I had already talked about this. If it just goes back up here to this high, I really don't want it because it's probably gonna get slapped in the mouth. So, I'm gonna let that live right now. I want to see those shorts really get aggressive here back through that 419 level. Has SNOA ever performed? Yeah, it's been a previous popper and dropper. So over here, um, we can see back here. What year are we in? We're in 2023 right here. Okay, so it's been one of those that pops and drops. A lot. Now, I traded it yesterday and made money on it, but I was just gonna see if I can just get a little bit more out of it. I traded it right here. So one, it was above the ATRs here. Made this move up to 335, came down, rested on the ATR. I took this trade and I was looking for over 65. And as soon as it started breaking that 65, I was getting in. And I took this right up here and sold most of it. Now I only wanted to go to the 80. I didn't know it was gonna go a little bit past it, but I started selling up here. As soon as it got to 80, I started selling because I was like, okay, this thing is probably, and it was lunchtime. So I was like, this thing is probably gonna reverse, and if it reverses, it could reverse very hard. It fell back down, but didn't break down the ATRs. But these little red lines are indicators that I actually bought, and where the stop out was for the trade on that day for the risk. And so I was just getting in around here, took the little ride up, and got out. So I just kind of look for what's possible instead of something crazy like holding overnight and waking up and it's at 4:30 something. I'm like, I'm cool. I'd rather just, get mine in pre-market or intraday and shut it on down. But it looks like it wants to go and bump its head. And if it bumps its head up here again, like I said earlier, I am expecting some heavy resistance up here. So I don't even want to. I was looking for a nice clean pullback, check this $4 and curl maybe off of this little trend line. But now it's breaking my idea. And so if it's breaking my idea, I'm not going to let it dictate what I do and be like, oh, FOMO in, just buy here at 461 and get absolutely clapped, you know? So we'll see. This is where the first body blocker was here at 461, stopping this large upward movement from 360 up here to 461, a dollar move. The ATR for this is 22 cents. So usually we'll have a little bit of shrinkage from the full range, especially if it's 26 cents isn't that much. Now it may go up on intraday and recalculate the ATR, but for now all we can see is the whole 26 cents, and it's going to recalculate the last 14 bars. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 is going to be in there. All of this aftermarket is going to be out of the equation. All right, so there we go. Breaking the schedule. I don't like to see that, man. Well, we'll see if this one can close red and continue to check down this $4 level. but 56% up with 15 million shares traded. And remember, the point of control was at 419. I was trying to see if they wanted to test this real quick. We got about 3 minutes to the close of this candle. I'd love to see it close red and get going downward under this 428 and get red. Looking over here on the high on the daily chart here, we had a level. The body candle of this was 279. It's way above 279. I'm not worried about it getting back down there. Let's see. Up here was the ATR high on today, 305. So let's go back over here and look at this. Looking for this 419 to get checked down. It's where the majority of the trading has been. And I want shorts to get confident and get on this wagon down to the $4. Now, if it breaks down really fast with a lot of momentum, you kind of got to wait for that momentum to slow a little bit because it can kind of get tricky there to the downside. But it's like they're getting all of their shares above 425 right now. This is going to be a level of interest for us at this 419. And the market is supporting the move as well. So over here back on the NQ held the ATR high, gave a little breakout. Can it start breaking over these what is this, almost the six, not really the 600s, maybe 540s, start kind of breaking up. This one does have a positive beta score, so it kind of moves with the market, but I want to see it come down some more. Got plenty of volume in there. Oh, I don't think I went over the floats and stuff from this with y'all. So the float on Soma Pharmaceuticals is 1.5 mil. Over there at Yahoo, 1.5 mil over here. And 1.62, so around 1.6, 1.5. Drug manufacturer specialty generic. IPO date 2007. $1.59 there. And no shelf registrations. Okay. Anyway, so I just been taking my time this month, just kind of first of all, this has been the first month, first month that I've traded pre-market. And so pre-market has been okay. And so I've been kind of testing out things in pre-market, but I'm sitting at 75% right now. Profit loss ratio 3.14 to 1. My biggest loser has been around 19 bucks. So trying to keep those losers at a controlled rate. Back over here. So this did not close red. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So let's see. The bottom of this is 420. Yeah, I'm gonna be on the fence on this one because I want to see now I got to see it move even further down. I need to see it probably clip down here to this trend line 3 under 4 actually. So let's see how this goes. Can we get going? Can we get that energy going down? Yeah, I've been, I kind of changed my mindset from, pre-market is just the worst thing ever, and more like, let me just get up. If I can get the opportunity in pre-market and be done, then okay. If nothing happens in pre-market, well, just look for the next session until you get your opportunity on the day. Because usually there's an opportunity on the day. And sometimes I was just getting aggravated because I would see the biggest opportunity happen in pre-market, be like, man, let me see if I can find something during intraday. But it happened. The good traders were up early and it happened. So they're gone. And then anything else that comes up gets slammed because the shorts are mad because they lost money in pre-market. So it's like you gotta kind of, I just had to rethink it, you know. Like, yeah, but for this one, I'm not seeing the setup that I usually like to see in pre-market. If I see it, I'm gonna take it. I don't care if it's pre-market or whatever, you know, whatever it is, I'm gonna be in on it. But yeah, just a new little outlook on the market. It's been going pretty well. Looking forward. So, all right, get on down through that 419, buddy. Ooh, NQ. Yes, yes, yes. I like that. Now for the mid and large cap stocks, that's the only difference that I have. I don't pre-market trade those. I'm pretty primarily pre-market trading the pre-mark or the small caps, and then during the day is when I go in on those larger mid caps because I have more clarification of what the market actually wants to do. And right now we can see the market came up above this ATR. It looks to be trying to test up here to this 9,567 level, and we'll see how it can, if it can rip on through that. And then we'll see Nvidia and Tesla and some of those follow this, and that's what I'm interested in, jumping on the ride on those if they want to go on a run with the NQ to recover some of these down days. It's been going down, 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 down. And this is one of the first days that it's actually captured over the ATR clearly. So you can see back here under the ATR, under the ATR. Actually, I need to go back to the daily chart, but my daily chart doesn't have the ATRs on there. But yeah, it's been a couple of days since it's been here. And also, let me see. Also over here on the main chart or the bigger charts, we can see the different levels that is tested this area. And so we can see around this area of this 19.5, it tested back here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. And I'm wondering, can it return to this 20,000 level? And it's making this little turning point back here, but it's got several touch points through here and probably even more. Nope, nope. Those are the only ones in recent history there. These touch points up at this level at 20,000. So we'll see what it wants to do getting back to that 20,000. But looking over here on the 15-minute, 20,000 definitely looks doable. It's got a whole lot of space and opportunity back up here to the 200s. So definitely going to be watching that. The other things that I will be keeping an eye on is SOXS, XL, or SOXL, because it goes up with the market. It actually, oh my goodness, it went down to 16 bucks. Whew. Now SOXL goes up with the market, and it's a semiconductor stock, 3x or 3 times whatever the semiconductor uh, markets are doing. And so, man, that thing went down to 16. It also pays a dividend. So, that's why I'm like, oh, it went down to 16 because I could have caught some of that for to just hold on in my dividend account, but it's whatever. I forgot what they actually pay on their dividend. Let me see. Dividend, SOXL. What is y'all's dividend here? So it is this one is the Bull 3x shares. So let's go to dividend history. Dividends, about 1.14%. Dividend isn't that great, but I mean, if you get a good price and it's paying you as the market continues to rise, then you know, could be good, but it's whatever. Markets are moving up now, so I'm more focused on the long trades. Okay, CNSNOA just needs to break down this 219 like it wants to. And NQ coming up here and tapping this level. So I would love to see it continue to hold this and make a huge move out of here back towards the 2000s. That would be cool. Let's go look at the I know most days we've seen tariff news out here. Let's see if the news is starting to shift. Okay, so let's see. Wall Street stock forecasts are falling apart for one simple reason, blah, blah, blah. Small business uncertainty, high rising tariff turmoil leaves U.S. factories paying more for metal. Okay, there's a little bit of tariff news. American Airlines forecast bigger first quarter loss. Trump DOJ wants to break up Google but leave its AI alone. Kohl's slumps as it forecasts larger annual sales drop. Market speculative fringe is blasted as equity route snowballs. Is that route? I don't know. Okay, oil creeps higher as sell-off in global. I haven't even looked at oil in a while. Actually, I don't even know what it's doing. FinTech must Starlink internet to make India debut in Bharti Airtel. Okay. So a little bit of tariff news for sure. But we see some AI news. But this is only one source. Let's go over here to Market Watch. Not as much tariff news as at first. Citigroup downgrades U.S. stocks. These bearish signals have been triggered, the bank says. Okay. Okay, recession. Delta cuts its rosy outlook. Stocks in danger zone. Okay. Retail traders are getting spooked by a downturn. I don't know what retail traders. I don't think so. Tesla stock has lost its Trump bump. Why even cash is problematic for worried investors. Americans are using this strategy to save money. Okay. All right, let's go to home. Okay, I'm not concerned about that. Let's go. Today is the 11th. We got commercial paper, so no crazy speakers coming out today. Or this week looks like. Okay. So let's see what the market wants to do. I like it. Oh, there's that come down to that 419. 419 headed down, and this is the pattern that I didn't want to see. I want to see it take this little, take a nice little move down, give me some red candles, and then just ramp. Now it has come down, tested back up, and failed. Okay, didn't even get close to this 461 and failed. And now it has a hold out level that it's approaching with the point of control above it. So we'll see how much volume comes in here under this around or before it gets to this $4 level. But yeah, that's not what we really wanted to see. But it's cool. Still got the whole day. Looking for opportunities. Oh. Now, since this is the area of interest, this 419, will 420 start to become resistance. $4 level. Or tens, 10 cents away from that whole dollar level. So if the ATR is 26 cents, so it moved from 461 down here to 427. So that's definitely 26 cents. Then it moved from 434 down here to $4 basically. So that's definitely, so that's two ATR movements downward. Right to that $4 flat. So now this looks like a little bit of momentum building. So what is a slowdown going to look like for this thing? $2 minutes left on this candle here, stopping right at that $4 whole dollar level. 46% up still. Still looking for some more low floats if possible, but they're going to be in competition with SNOA with how much volume it has. 17 million shares traded. So if a new one pops up with only a million shares, it's got some work to do. The SPY NQ is going upward. Looks like it is choosing to break out a little bit. The high there is 19,571.25. Or no, that's not right. 19,582.38. Point of control, it is above that point of control and pushing on upwards. So we'll see how it ends up holding these levels here. 19,500. Send away. A whole lot of pressure here. And so basically the things that I do during pre-market are the same things I do during the intraday, except I use the intraday ATR. So the ATR calculated from pre-market is what I use, and it's usually like pretty high. This one will be 26 cents. So from this price level, the ATR will pop out here to like the 426, and then the ATR low would be 25 cents in the opposite direction. So it'll be like the 375. And I'll be looking for that intraday ATR to hold. During pre-market, I just do the calculation myself from the close to wherever the ATR is, which right now is this 305. So it's still quite a bit of ways away. But yeah, definitely want to include some math in this because it gives me confidence. Gives me confidence. You know, when you're just clicking the buy button, it's just like click, and it's like, oh God, I hope this works. But if you have some type of logic behind what you're doing, it kind of helps your brain. You know. not sweat so much. And I know your brain doesn't sweat, but all right, coming back down here towards this $4 whole dollar level. This is what I was saying. The reason I didn't like this pattern, because usually in any case it's going to be moving down a little bit more. So imagine I bought this green candle here at 434, right behind this candle that got body blocked, and now I'm down, 30 cents. It's just not good. But now we're sitting on the $4 flat. We'll see if it swings down under here at all. Okay, the NQ is pulling back now. That's pull back off of this little high test. We want to see if it just continues to trade above this level from the 19,500s down here to the 19,480s, 19,500 flat, I guess, would be the point. Little pop up, but got a test on the $4, but I still don't think it's done going down. Only popped up 8 cents off of this $4 tap. Can it do a liquidity grab down here under the 4 and then continue upward? Right now, 436, 435 is definitely within range. If it does liquidity grab, we'll have to see what it does. Throwing another wick up there. So, and the point, they threw it up there to the 419 where that point of control is, where the majority of the trades have happened. Where did I get the ATR script? I built it. It's a custom script that you won't find anywhere else. Yeah, I built it. I've been coding. I've been doing think script coding since, let's see, 2017. Yeah, 27. I got a bunch of codes, bro. I got a bunch of codes. I just researched it, and now ATR isn't some hidden thing. I have the script that I created just to get it to get the calculation onto the chart easier. But like during pre-market, I don't have the script, doesn't work on TOS. All you do, you take the close of the previous day. Okay, take the close of the previous day. Add, so in TOS, there's this ATR thing right here. So you go into your customize on here and you type in ATR. Okay. Now I have some custom ATR in here, but the default ATR is just ATR. Okay. So you're gonna add that to your well, not really a scan, but watch list. Okay. Click OK. And it's gonna come out here, ATR. You're gonna take the close of yesterday, add this number, and you get the ATR high. Okay. And if you want to get the ATR low, because I know RexCon, he actually shorts with this with the ATR. He shorts and longs, but you can short or long with it. So you take this, whatever the close was, and subtract this number. Okay. So it's a plus and a minus. And that's it. That's the calculation. The script is just visual. It's just like, oh, there it is on the chart, you know. But it doesn't in TOS. I've tried 100 different ways to get this thing to work, but it won't grab the data set that I need to make it happen in pre-market. Now it'll work in after hours. You can see like into after hours. So yesterday, this was the full day pre. After it starts, on the opening. It calculates pre-market, and then it goes into aftermarket. But from this start of pre-market to the open, nothing. So I just like, I'm like, okay, well I just do that simple math, take the close plus, and since I'm doing long trading, I look for it to be above the ATR high. But if you're trying to short, you'll be probably looking towards the ATR low. And it's basically to tell where the trend is. Is the trend up? Is the trend down? But there are some other things that you have to look at. There are some other things that you have to look at as far as um, I always pay attention to beta score and how it respects the overall market. Okay, so like SNOA right now, this is another one that you can um, add to your watch list. Beta. So you just literally type in beta. Whoops, I said beat. Beta. And so over here on this beta, all you need is the regular one. These other ones are some other scripts, but just the regular one will do, and that's the one that I use. And so your beta, you have from +5 to -5. Okay, the more negative you go, the more inversely the market affects the stock. The more positive you go, the more it follows the actual market. So on SNOA, it has a positive score, which is probably why it made this move in pre-market, because the NQ over here, the overall market made a huge move from last night. Okay, so it came in here, dipped down here, made a nice little recovery, and started to break over its ATR high here. Okay, so it's just holding here. But yeah, if you're not using ATR, it's one of those things. It's like you're day trading without the ATR. Okay, all right, we'll see how that goes. But it's one of those things where you just have to kind of not really figure it out, because I heard about the ATR from um who did I hear about it from? I heard it first off. I was over at Day Trading for Success, and that's where I first saw it. And I was like, man, what in the world is ATR? But it's average true range. And so when you're looking for a distance to be traveled, or possible distance that can be traveled in a day, ATR is where you look. You like, oh man, I want to make $1 in a day, but the ATR is 26 cents. It's like, I mean, it's maybe, but it's gonna take a lot of volume to push it up there. You know, you could just find a stock that has a average ATR without going crazy. Like Nvidia moves crazy. Let me see, what's the ATR on Nvidia? ATR on Nvidia, I know it's like over $5. Tesla, those move pretty big, but when it comes to small caps and the ATR, the ATR can mess them up really, because people use them. They stop at the ATR. It's almost stronger than the VWAP. It runs into ATR, you run into a brick wall most of the times. Um, and so, like when I first started using it, I was doing straight ATR breakouts. So what I was doing was buying at the ATR. Sometimes it was a blessing; it would go, but for the most part, when it runs into the ATR, it finds a brick wall, comes back down. And so what I started doing was like, okay, well let it confirm that it can hold over the ATR, confirm the trend first, okay, and then go in and attack it. Let me look back over here. What's going on over here? So SNOA, again, that 219, holding it right there. You just set key levels sometimes. Yeah. Key levels are good, whole $half levels, but they can work. For sure, they can bounce at key levels. Now, if the key level is too close to the ATR, I'm like, ooh, this may not go the way I think it's gonna go. Sometimes the key levels are right on the ATR, and it hits it, and then it gets a double rejection. It's like everybody's like, "No, this is a short point." But yeah, it's pretty nice, pretty easy math too, way easier. See, the thing is, most indicators, the mathematics behind them is so complicated, people can't even describe what it's doing. Like for the VWAP, people just know, well, it's the average volume weighted price. Okay, well, what's the math behind that? And they're like, they don't understand the math. But with the ATR, you can clearly explain what the math is and what it's doing. It's the average distance that it can travel in a day. Especially if you use it on a daily chart, it'll show you the average distance. Some of them are like 15 cents. Some of them are like $5. Some of them, like MSTR, has an ATR of $29. So average movement in a day of $29. So it's like, where can I find the opportunity, and what parallels can I find to go along with these movements that will support a move in whatever direction I'm trying to short in or long in or whatever you're trying to do. Short, long, whatever. But yeah, we's out here. And I use it throughout the day. Once the stock opens, I then take the open price and do the same mathematics. So wherever the open is, you say, okay, well, open plus or minus the ATR, and that's what my script does. So it goes and it just places those up out or those out there from the open. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Let me see. So, all right. But yeah, let's see. These are only two. And the other thing that I stopped doing was I just let my scanners work for me. I'm trying, I had to get away from digging for trades in the morning. A lot of times I'm like, man, let me just go and dig. It's like, bro, just chill out. Let your scanners work for you. And that's been working well. Just using less brain power, letting your scanners work. But your scanners have to be set up to find what you like. So if you haven't got to that point to find what you like, you need to keep experimenting. I have scanners for my mid caps, large caps, and small caps. And it took me a while to kind of see, because at first I was into like the really fast ones, the ones, because I was using 1 minute, 2 minute, 5 minute to trade, um, which was a disaster. And then I started being like, okay, let me just ease back. And I started using the 5 and the 10. I started easing back. I started using the 10 and the 15. I was like, okay, I like the 15. I just use the 15. So that's what I use now, is just the 15. And it keeps me from getting chart drunk. So seeing so many bars on the charts, it's like, what is going on here? It's just chopping back and forth. And then if things really do slam, it could be real bad if you're trading on like a 1 minute. Because you can miss the whole picture. That's why I say, like, right now I got my 15 minute up, and I got my, over here on my other charts, got my 30 minute, my 1 hour, my 2 hour, my 4 hour. I always keep the NQ up to see what the market is doing and if it's supporting the move that I'm taking. And then I have my daily chart. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 charts. And then I got my scans over here, my scans and my notes and things. So as you can see, I already put on here, nope, no Chinese, no Israeli stocks, not trading them. And then I got these two that were previous movers, and one of those actually is moving on today. DWTX, let me go see what DWTX, where it ended up landing. Did it go on down? DWTX, let's see. Nope, okay. That's not receiving anything, so yeah, just take that one off. Set an alert for BABA over 151. Well, that's a large cap, so I would like to see first. First, I would come over here and see what the beta score is for BABA. Let's see, beta. See how it follows the market. Let me make this big. Ooh, that's really big. Okay, let me make this one like this. Now let's go see what betas or what Baba's beta score is. I keep doing beat. What is wrong with me? Okay, and then go to the ATR or yeah ATR beta score ATR. Okay, so Baba has a beta score that doesn't really care about what the market's doing. It's a 0.22. So it doesn't really care whether the market's going up or down. So yeah, I guess you don't have to worry about that. And then it's got an ATR of around $6 on an average day. $6.74. So what I look for on something like this, I just want to capture a percentage of this move. So if it's gonna move $6, let me get $1 off of that. Let me try to capture $1. Now sometimes they're in consolidation, it's $6 just back and forth. But I'm looking for a little bit of continuation. And it's now Baba I don't think would be one that I would really like because it's kind of harder to day trade because it doesn't care about what the market is doing. If the market's going up, down, whatever, it doesn't really care. So it does have a positive beta, so it's more inclined to follow than not, but it's just a weak follow. If you look over here on XOXL and the XOXS, which are XOXL follows the market directly, XOXS is an inverse, and so you can see how strongly they react to the market. This is a 4. So remember the scale goes from +5 to -5. This is a +4. It reacts very strongly to market moves upward or downward. And SOXS very strongly to movements upward or downward. But if the market's going down, this one's going up. Market's going up, this one's going up. But yeah, so yeah, I kind of focus on beta, and Baba would not be a day trade. Maybe it would be something like a swing because it doesn't care about the market. It's safer. The market dumps, Baba sits kind of still. Um, but yeah, you just got to kind of experiment with it. And like I said, I use my trade journal to kind of journal all of this stuff and get all this. Let me get it back to where it was here. So let me take this out. Custom beta TR. But yeah, I think Baba's definitely a safer one to swing because of that beta. Less volatility up and down. Anyway, looking back over here at SNOA, completely broken down everything. So right now, um, let's see, it had that top up there, throwing another wick up there to 435s. 219. This is not the setup that I look for, but has this top up here, 461. Could go up there, whatever. Not too worried about that, but 21 million shares traded on SNOA. That is a lot of volume. But just not showing me the setup that I like. And the 219 or the 419 is continuing to be tested no matter how high it goes. It continues to come back down here to this point of control. So let's see, this one has about 10 minutes left. We'll see if it can come back under this 419. And it's getting quite wicky around here as well. Wiki. Oh, the gap fill. Okay, yeah, I see. Gap fill on Bible. Let's look at a daily chart on Bible. We can look at that over here. So we'll go over here to the max daily chart. Okay, so yeah, I see some gaps on the daily. Let's see. So first gap, and you said what was that price? 151. 151. 151. Okay, let me go back. Maybe that's a historical point. Ah, I see all the way back here. I was like, wait a minute, what 151? So there is a gap back here that happened in 2021 that is coming up too, which I'm guessing that's what you're looking at. Let me look back a little bit further. Okay. Yeah, so there's a gap from 149 up to 151 right here. Let me zoom in a little bit. One of the guys that I used to trade with, he loved Baba as well. He's holding it long term, but yeah, he likes that Alibaba. Buys it almost all the time. So this was the gap that he was talking about. So he's playing gap fills, the gap fill. I've as far as day trading, it's kind of you can sometimes there's some gap fills that you can play during day trading, but it's kind of like I mean I've seen some aggressive gap fills on small caps sometimes, but they're so rare. When they happen though, they can rip the short's face off. Um, and that goes for any of the caps. I mean, it could be like Nvidia, they receive news or something like that, and that thing starts ripping, and now this thing is up, you know, I don't know, $10, $12. Even in the small caps, something can start ripping, and I don't know, man. I couldn't imagine being a short in that position. Just seeing my account, seeing the bank send me an email and saying, "Look, we gotta close out of this position. You owe us this amount of money. We're gonna need it by this date." I couldn't imagine because it's basically taking out a loan at that point. Your own margin, and you're getting cooked. Okay, so SNOA still with the struggle bus, not coming back under the 419 yet. Ben says you can't put yourself in that position. I never trade on margin now. Yeah, I don't either. I'm trading a cash account. Let's see. It's 150. Oh, it got to go back 150 psychological level. Got to break that and retest and go. Got you. And that's kind of how I used the ATR. I needed to break it, retest, show that there's some buying pressure there, and go. That's what I'm looking for on a day trade. Same sentiment. Anyway, so this is new for me. You know, I haven't always been doing the whole pre-market thing, but my schedule during the day has been getting a little bit more hectic. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just stream earlier, and because during the day, man, it's just turmoil. And so I'd rather be fully focused because a lot of the times when I'm trying to take a trade during the day or something like that, and I do trade during the day, but it's like if I can make the money earlier than later and I can just be focused on what I'm focused on during the day, like cool. I don't want to be stressed because I feel like I missed an opportunity because of something, something happening while I'm trying to trade. But yeah, it's been going okay. It's been going okay. You make more money when you're distracted. Oh no, not oh no. NQ is coming down now. So let's go look at that. See it coming on down. Wait, I didn't mean to go to Baba. I didn't mean to go to Baba. Let me go NQ. So now we got this test at this point. Now the question is coming into the open, how will the ATRs, or not into the open, coming into the morning, um, how will these ATRs hold up? Because this is quite a bit of a move down. SNOA. Are you gonna react to the market a little bit? You almost got a 2 beta. So let's see some downwards action. Start breaking down this 419 and go on, get under that 4. But definitely testing that 19,500 level that we were talking about earlier. And the ATR is right there at that 19,485. Point of control is still above this level though. So that's 2 times. It's kind of starting some type of trend here as well. Look at these bottoms here. So I had this one, something like that. Maybe it'll crash out. I don't know. A lot of times I just put these lines out here just to see if it'll end up breaking them. And I'll be like, well, that wasn't a trend. But if it starts showing, hey, we want to hold this thing, then I'm like, okay, let's see what you got. Because, I mean, you can draw a trend anywhere, but it has to be validated, right? Your idea has to be validated. Right now, it's coming right down to that little point, but I don't know what it wants to do. 2 minutes until the close of this 15-minute candle. RexCon says I have kind of zeroed in on using 30 minutes or 30% of the daily ATR as my target. Back testing a lot. Yeah. That makes perfect sense. Because you can't, the thing is, you can't really want 100% because that would take absolute perfection in top ticking or bottom ticking. So if you can just get that percentage, just get your piece out, that's what I'm looking to do too. Because if the ATR says, hey, it's ATR $5, I'm not going in there talking about let me make $5 here. Nah, let me get $1. Let me. What is 30% of $5? Let me see. 5 times 0.30. That's 150. So 150 would be the goal. $1.50. Now for something like this ATR of 26 cents, that you wouldn't be making anything. 26 cents times 30, that's 0.7. So you would have to be okay with 7 cents of winnings. Take your 7 cents and run. You have to size up quite a bit to make some decent money off of there too. Yeah, I know it's for large caps, but yeah, you can transition that to any of the caps just to keep you from being greedy. Because think about it, with a small cap, let's say if it is moving 26 cents and you get your 7 cents, you get out and do that multiple times, you're still gonna be making some money, you know. But you reduce that risk. You're like, oh, got my 7 cents. Either put in a hard stop at that 7 or above that 7 cents, because a lot of times with TOS you get slippage, and that's what I had to learn. Is let's say I get above my break even, I want to put it like maybe 5 to 10 cents above that break even, especially if it's a fast moving stock, because man, that slippage is. I hate being in the green and then slippage gets me. Okay, so we're about we open up the new candle. It's coming up here and finding some more um, area of resistance. And again, the point of control is now moved up to 426. Throwing some wicks up there, but this is not the setup that I like. So it can do whatever it wants to up to this level. I think it's gonna get slammed at this 461. Do what you gotta do, big boy. You're on DC now. Let me see. Yeah, high risk is easier to lose money and make money. Yeah. Um, large cap options. So you're on DC now. What does DC mean? Direct access? No, direct. I don't know. What does DC mean? Discord. Okay, got you. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. After the stream, that's what we always kind of congregate and see what's going on. If anything new pops up, or if I'm gonna be doing some trading, I always drop it in there, be like, "Hey, this is what I'm looking at. There's the price levels that I'm looking at." Because I do this same thing. I draw it up, and I can take a screenshot or whatnot and post it in Discord, and it's all, all a nice little research laboratory for us. But anyway, usually on Thursdays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, I go ahead and shut it down around 7:30 because I actually have to go out, and so that's one of the reasons I do that. And then on Mondays, Wednesday, Fridays, I sometimes can do some longer streams. It just depends. Mondays is hard because a lot of things come off during the weekend or need to be done after the weekend. But Wednesdays and Fridays, it just depends. I'll let you guys know in the Discord though. That's another thing. Updates in the Discord, updates on, scheduling and all that good stuff. Let's see. All right, so on the NQ, we got a nice little bounce at the ATR crash down. Nice little bounce. We'll see if it can continue to hold this uptrend. Looks like it wants to recover it, but this is a looking like a momentum bar, high momentum bar. So we'll see. Yeah, SNOA, I'm starting not to trust it. I'm seeing more and more wicks on this thing. And now it's starting to look like the reverse of what I actually look for to go long. So this is the kind of move that I want to see on the red candles. A nice clean move like this and then a move downward. So I'll be looking for this candle to close and entering on the candle close for a reversal. So I'm gonna see if the shorts do that on this one because this is a nice clean pullback for a short entry. One, two, three. And let's see, this got a couple minutes, but yeah, this is what I look for. I like for that third candle to close when I'm entering long, close red, and then play off that the risk here, 450 would be the risk back here. So risking about 20 cents for a move, possibly back down to the 4. But that's the opposite move. Okay. Anyway, I got about 10 minutes left. Looking like it's now showing some more red. Let's see if it actually drops under that 419. Well, 425 first. Okay, NQ pumping on back up over those 500s. And we'll see if it can just consolidate. It's really all we need, consolidation into the open. Now, for mid and large caps, I don't start trading those until about an hour or an hour and 30 minutes after the market open because I like to see the direction of them. I don't like to get caught because they move so big. If they do swing in the open, it's usually bad, bad. Like if you think it's going long and it swings and it has a really big ATR, I mean, you can start losing, $3, $4, $5 a share on a swing. So that's what I don't want to do. I like the slower movements in the mid and large caps, slower breakouts and all that good stuff. Okay, looks like this one's gonna be closing up green after all, huh? 9 minutes left on this candle. Then I got to get up and out of here. Already receiving calls 10 minutes before, huh? Hmm. All right. That's what I'm saying. I just I'm gonna call him back in like 9 minutes, 8 minutes. All right. Anyway, so SNOA coming into the open is probably gonna be pretty dangerous. Um, did do a $4 test down, but has this clear level of resistance that it just doesn't seem to be pushing too aggressively. As of now, and it may get up there towards the open, but it may be a trap and actually end up slamming down. But for right now, it does have those 3 green bars up. And I would just be looking for it to fall back below that 425. Today, though, I think my main interest is going to be on those mid and large caps moving up. Capture me a nice little 20, 50 cent move. I don't know, mid cap and large cap, probably, yep, 20, 50 cents, 50 cents. It's pretty good. I start putting in a hard stop there. Don't want to give back profit. All right. Is this something? Seven, two, three. Okay. All right. So it looks like I'm gonna need to. Let's see. $7.30. Gonna need to end up jumping here. I mean, it's not like I see any my setup on SNOA anyway, but if I see it, I'll definitely screenshot it and show you guys in the Discord what I'm looking for. Let's go to EQ. Yeah, but anyway, appreciate you guys for tuning in for sure. Across all of the platforms, Kick, Twitch, YouTube. I think that's all of them. Yep. But I'm about to buzz out. If you're gonna continue trading, definitely keep your head on a swivel. I'll be looking for opportunities after the open at this point, because if anything else pops up, it's gonna have to pull back. And I'm always looking for the pullback. I really don't jump in on the movement just going higher. I like that pullback. Give me some confidence that some more buying pressure is coming in there. But yeah, NQ's looking good, looking real good. All right, well, I'm about to shut it down. Appreciate you guys once again. And as always, it's Tuesday. Start the week off green on Monday, and just protecting profits, but also not trying to play scared. Just managing the risk. Right now, I just want to keep that 3-to-1 ratio and keep it going like that. But everything's looking okay for the month. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.